You already know how to quantum leap. You just probably don't like it. Okay, so you've probably heard a very famous quote by a very famous person that you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. Well, what the heck does that mean, Jesus? I think what it means is that truth is the fuel for the engine of consciousness to rise. Okay, so I'm reading this book right now. It's by David Hawkins. It's called Letting Go. And in it, he describes a scale of consciousness, or like an emotional vibration scale, because every emotion that we have vibrates at a certain level. Okay, and so like the top is like at 1,000, and that's conscious, like enlightenment, love, joy, Jesus, Buddha, the divine, right? And at the very, very bottom is fear, and that vibrates at about 20, and everything is in between that. Okay. And in the book, he talks about how if you want the fastest way to go from the bottom to the top is to start to tell the truth. And I know this to be true because it happened to me in my own life. Okay. So I was in an abusive marriage. I, had addiction issues, and I had given up on like all of my hopes and dreams. And then one day, after suppressing all of these thoughts and being in denial, I decided, I don't know how I decided, but in the shower, I remember thinking, I don't like my partner, which, shouldn't be like shocking to somebody who's like in an abusive relationship, but I didn't really know it was abusive at the time. And normally, I didn't even let myself think that. But in this moment, I was like, oh my God, okay. Because I think normally I'd be like, well, what does that mean for my life? What does that mean about my partner? What does that mean about me? What does that mean I have to do? I just let all those go. And I just allowed myself to think that thought. Because I was like, well, I'm just not going to tell anybody. But as I got used to thinking that thought, I started telling other people. So then I got used to telling other people, like family and friends. And then eventually that led to me being honest and telling my couples therapist and telling my partner. And then within 6 months, I was out of that abusive marriage. I had started my own business, and I was feeling a lot happy and healthier and freer than I had been in a decade or so. And so what I'm saying is, as you start to tell the truth, basically what happens, if I'm going to explain it to you like you're 5, when we're like in denial and we're hiding things and we're not admitting things to ourselves, it's like we're in a really messy room and the lights are off. And when we walk around this room, we just keep tripping all over this stuff that we don't even know is there. But as soon as you start to tell yourself the truth and you come out of denial, it's like somebody turned the lights on. And all of a sudden you can see all this stuff on the floor. And you're like, oh, there's some good things there, but there's also a lot of bad things there, right? Like self-limiting beliefs or lies that you were told about yourself in your childhood, self-limiting beliefs. And so you can finally get a lay of the land and be like, oh, okay, this is good. I want to keep this, let's get out of here, right? Until eventually you have a nice, clean, tidy room and you can feel a lot lighter and freer, and you have all this energy, vibration that, you essentially can just be your authentic self then. Is it becoming clear? I'm Kirby. I am a lifelong spiritual seeker. I love taking esoteric concepts and spiritual insights and breaking them down into little tiny digestible nuggets. If that is something that you're interested in, like and follow for more. And I hope that helped. Take care.